This podcast may contain explicit language and maybe some other sexual things.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to G.A.S.E Radio, your home for gaming, anime, superhero news, and entertainment. Waft in and listen. Here are your hosts, Randy and Luigi. Excuse me.
And welcome to a brand new episode of G.A.S.E motherfucking radio. And we are at CountyCon at the Lake County Fairgrounds. This isn't no current convention. We're doing this fucking podcast from the venue, the CountyCon. We're running a booth. We're having some fun.
Yes, son.
We got some special guests here soon. You know this, so you've been walking around, your feet are fucking tired. But it's not current conventions. This is the MightyCon, CountyCon extravaganza. Let's kick it off with our awesome interview with some of our great friends. All right. It is a G.A.S.E interview special. First time guests. We got two fucking very close friends. But unfortunately, we couldn't do it in the actual building. Otherwise, we would have like 19,000 copyright strikes because they are blasting the jams. And unfortunately, my fat ass cannot play or pay to play the fucking jams on this podcast just yet. So, with us, the first person we have with us is Mr.
Andy from Formula 350.
All right, and what is Formula 350?
It is a traveling road show, if you will, of selling buttons, magnets, art prints, toys. Lately, we've been showcasing Gundams and Care Bears.
One of the only I've been to plenty of conventions. You know this, audience. You know this, and I've never seen Gundams, and this is the first place where I've seen Gundams, and it just happens to be Formula 350 and someone I know. Amazing selection.
We try.
There's rares. There was like golden ones. Shit, Luigi bought like 2 of them. So
did.
So I mean, this is the place to go. What is the next convention? I mean, we're at CountyCon right now. We're doing your interview. But what's the next convention Formula 350 is going to be at?
Let's check the calendar here. Looks like we're going to be...
I assume you'll be at MightyCon Madison 918.
We'll be at MightyCon Madison 918. We will be at Wizard World Richmond,
Virginia.
That's right, the 9th, 10th, and 11th. Then MightyCon Madison on September 18th, and then after that, CincyCon, September 23rd, 24th, and 25th in Cincinnati, Ohio.
And like you said something about it, but what is the thing that you have that made you world famous, the biggest selection in the room?
The buttons, largest selection in the room.
There's buttons from Pokemon to movies to games to there's everything. I never once went, I wonder if they had, nope, they have like 6 different kinds of that one. It's pretty fucking epic.
Oh yeah, how we got world famous is I actually got, had a customer come to I think it was a Wizard World, and they were from England, and bought some buttons, and then they went onto Facebook and just started ordering more and more, and I say that's world famous.
100%. And that's the other thing too. They have a Facebook page. Do you have a URL? Is it just go on the Facebook search Formula 350 Collectibles?
Yeah, Formula 350 Collectibles or Formula 350. It'll pull it up. You can see it.
Tell them how cool your logo is. I love your logo.
Yeah, my logo is the Screamin' Chicken from the classic Trans Am Firebird thing. And how I came up with the business name is I love Firebirds. I owned 3 of them. Unfortunately, I had to sell one that mechanically didn't work anymore. But yeah, they all got the Screamin' Chicken on it. And I love the cars. So that's how I came up with the name.
Now, Matt, is he like your partner? What is
Yeah,
Matt?
Matt's my partner with it. He helps make the buttons, and it kind of is more kind of the workforce part, and I do a lot in the coordination and connections, if you will.
And you go to a lot of car shows too, right?
Yeah, we do a lot of car shows. Matt actually has a 78 25th anniversary Corvette, and I drive a 1988 Firebird Formula 350, and we love showing off our babies.
And if you could put the correlation in there, Formula 350 Firebird is the car he drives, the name of his business. I think I might know what Andy's favorite car is.
That's right.
That's right there. All right, and next we're here with
Matt Geiter.
Now, what do you do, sir?
Very little, and I do it very well.
Right.
No, I've been working on a comic for a couple of years. Used to make Halloween masks. Was a Y2K programmer. Currently just being a Comic-Con carny, going around to the Comic-Cons and selling trinkets to children and adults alike.
Right, and I spoke with Andy a little bit about that. You're part of Formula 350?
Mm-hmm.
Nice, and he said you are the workhorse behind it.
I've always done most of the, until this year, I've done most all the driving. Always coordinated the button boards and having, whether it's 8 boards with 260 buttons on them, or like in New York we'll have 18 or 20. Yeah, that's usually always been me. Andy has done his fair share of it, but for the most part, that's been me.
He's like, yeah, Andy did a lot, but I did more.
Right, exactly.
So, how'd you get into comic books?
Just as a kid, was into the Fantastic Four early on. I remember riding to Wisconsin. We stopped at a Piggly Wiggly and got one of those 3-packs of Whitman comics. I'm pretty sure they're Whitman. And FF-186 was in there. And I had heard of the Fantastic Four before. I had watched, I think, a cartoon as a little kid, but not really, it didn't register. So when I got the comic, I was like, oh, that's the Thing and the Human Torch and all this. And from then on, I've just been stuck to it.
That's amazing. I love comic books. So, Andy told us about a couple of conventions you got coming up. Will you be appearing at all of them?
I think so. Right now, the current roster has us for Richmond Wizard and then New York Comic-Con. And I think there's a couple other shows, smaller regional shows in between then. But again, he does most all that planning entirely.
Will you be coming to the Madison?
Oh, Madison, MightyCon or the Milwaukee. I'm not sure when the dates are. But yeah, we're always there.
Awesome. Now, I asked Andy the same thing. How did you guys get world famous with the buttons?
Just you go around to enough shows until people have been coming to you for years, year after year after year. Because I used to make my own T-shirts, used to do things like that, and as the cons became saturated with a lot of people doing their own custom shirts and things like that, my gimmicky little fart jokes and stuff like that, and Doctor Who parodies with Star Wars did well on their own early on, but they started dying off, and just the energy of making 10 boxes of shirts and all kinds of different sizes and dragging them around. So we just got into the habit of carrying the buttons, and it just became something over time where we're able to hit just about every genre. There's something there for everybody.
Right.
And it especially works good on family days. Parents that come to Comic-Cons and blow $25 to get in and $15 on parking and $10 for a cold hot dog and a bad pretzel. You can come and get stuff for $1, from us. And I think that's been something that's helped maintain us over time, is that you can get into what's a relatively expensive setting and still be able to get some really inexpensive, fun mementos for the shows.
Right. And I know Luigi and myself, you have buttons from anywhere from gaming to movies to even the newest hot trending items. You guys have buttons on them.
We try to keep up with that, and a lot of that is just, again, talking to the fans and then figuring out what are they looking for, what do they want, because we're old men, and if it was us just doing it, I'd have Fantastic Four buttons, and that would be it.
That would be it. Now, I know, have you been with Andy the whole time with Formula 350, or did you come in a little bit later?
No, yeah, Andy and I had actually done, long back when I was still going to Dave's school down in Florida, Andy and a partner of his were doing shows, and they would hire me on, because they were doing shows in Florida. They'd ship stuff down to my house, and then I'd get it to the show for them, and so we did a lot of work like that, even just simple stuff like picking them up from the airport. And just over time, again, that partner faded out. He went off. He ended up having to move, and things changed. And again, the landscape of the shows changed. They were selling for a long time Transformer statues and things like that. And again, you run out of that stock, and you have to constantly kind of reinvent that business. That's another thing that's been nice about the buttons, is it's just one of those sort of, as much as the buttons change, they're still the same.
Right. I like that.
But yeah, I've been with Andy for years before Formula 50, all the way from the beginning of Formula 350 up to now.
That's awesome. I know you guys have an awesome Facebook page.
That's entirely
and Andy doesn't remember the URL, but we'll share it. You guys are sponsoring us for the couple of weeks with this, so we're going to be showing off your Facebook and where to get everything and all the cons you're going to and everything beforehand.
Excellent.
Also, I know you guys are both into going to the auto show. I see it all the time. Andy's sharing links on your wall and everything.
Yeah, he's got an 88 Firebird. I've got a 1978 Corvette. And we like to do goofy car stuff. We've done work in our cars. We're by no means any kind of fantastic mechanic or anything like that. But I restored the interior of the Corvette. He's done some stuff with the engine on his. Oh yeah, it's just something fun. And then when the winter gets bad, he parks his car in my garage for the winter.
That's awesome. Now, I asked him the same question I want you to be brutally honest, because if you get too much into it, I can always bleep it out. When we bleep out stuff on G.A.S.E Radio, like if we say bleeped, like that was just bleeped.
Right.
Because I said bleeped, that's bleeped. It's a fart. So, what do you think of CountyCon?
Oh, this one here?
Yes, where we're at right now. G.A.S.E Radio CountyCon special.
It's a very nice venue. As far as that, but it's easy to drive into. The parking is very accessible. The building itself is a very clean, newer building, which has nicer restroom facilities in general than some of the places we do. So on that level, I'd give it a B or a B plus. This is my first time doing the show. We've done fairly well, but it just seems kind of maybe a little slow, a little low on energy. But there does seem to be a steady crowd, and like I said, we've done reasonably well. So I'd give the show a solid B, with some room for growth.
Right. Now this is their third year, and it seems to be getting better. Just like any other show, they keep doing it. I'm sure it'll grow and get good. I mean, they have the Supernatural car, Timothy Zahn, great special guests, and like I said, a lot like my personal opinion was a lot of people aren't doing well, but I know you guys are doing all right because the buttons, like, I love it. I'm right next door. I'm helping, like, I'm making sure people are buying the gun, and like if we're not selling that well, at least I'm helping you guys. And
that it's honestly a lot of little shows. They can be great or they can be absolutely dead. And again, it's nice to always have that product that goes to families and things like that, because and having something for everybody, because it's just one of those things where once they're here, people want to spend money. I truly believe that once people come to a convention, they want to spend money. You just got to put something in front of them that they want.
Right.
And can afford.
Yeah, I know. I went to C2E2 for MightyCon work, and I couldn't, like, I bought a couple things, but like compared to like the smaller, like that's the best thing about the smaller cons. You get some of the same dealers, if not most of the same dealers, but they have the room to make the deals because it's not like a couple grand for a booth instead of like a couple hundred and everything.
Right. And yeah, that's a very valid argument. So for the consumer, if you want to find better deal stuff, really hunt out these local shows and go to them, because for less than what you'd pay for probably parking at a bigger show, you can have access to the show, come in and check the stuff out, and like you said, find the dealers in a maybe a little bit better mood to deal.
Right, and I do apologize if you hear the wind a little bit. It's either a giant fan, copyrighted music, or a fucking car with the air conditioning. So I do apologize, but we're still getting a good interview. And I have a couple more things for you. Care Bear Palooza or Care Bear Apocalypse?
I'd go for the Apocalypse. I would, given my choice, I would probably light them all on fire immediately, and then just begin flinging them around. But no, Andy buys toy collections, and that's one of the collections that ended up in our lap, and they are selling. I'm surprised that they are still as popular as they appear to be. But it's something I have just a natural aversion or hate for plushies. There's something I don't. It's unnatural in how much I hate them, but I do.
I think Matt he thinks like I think they're alive, and when we're not looking, they're mocking us, trying to plan to kill us.
When you saw Andy's post on Facebook, the little teddy bear that
oh
pulled
god,
his
that's
face
terrifying.
up,
That's absolutely terrifying.
That was awesome. That's what I wish all the Care Bears
just
did.
Have it in your booth, and kids get annoying or something, you just put it out there, and they're like,
Ground
oh, they're
That's
done.
what's inside a Care Bear.
They're gone. He said you are selling a lot of Care Bears, but I said something like they keep like growing in like fungus. They keep popping back up.
I think Andy has a secret stash here at the show that he's replacing them as fast as we sell them. Go check me out on the final episode of Comic Book Men, Season 5. The season finale, I sell Walt a Bigfoot mask.
Okay, Kevin Smith, as you all know, PepperScar Productions, Orion Film, my indie film career, everything. I have my Kevin Smith shrine. I'm the giant Kevin Smith fan. This guy has a friggin' picture with him and all the people from Ming, Zapsik, friggin' Walt, and Brian Johnson. Like, he has a picture of him. So, like,
I'm pretty happy about it because I got it.
Andy doesn't care, but Matt is like my spirit animal. He got to meet all of them.
The fact that I got to get that picture behind the counter, I didn't realize until the time. I guess people don't usually get that position. They take a picture in front of the counter or something like that. So I had a really good time going there. And Kevin wasn't there, but I had met Kevin years before at Wizard World.
Oh, tell him! Didn't you sell him a mask?
I just gave it to him.
You just gave Kevin Smith the mask.
He was ending a panel. And I just happened to have a Mole Man mask and a Super Skrull mask. And he was just kind of walking away in a group of people, and I just held him up real high, and I said, "Hey, Kevin, I got a gift for you." And he walked right over to me, and he took the Super Skrull mask, And he asked me if they were licensed, and I said no. He asked me if I made them myself, and I said yeah. And he asked me if they're licensed, and I said no. And he said good. And then I didn't talk to him ever again after that, but I talked to somebody else that said the mask ended up in the secret stash, and that's what made my whole pilgrimage, why I wanted to go back to the secret stash and
That's so
and
awesome.
work to get on the show and that kind of stuff.
Did you get to mention that to him, that they have the mask there? Did they have it there?
Oh, it sold a long time ago.
Oh, wow.
But no, that was cool. It sold, before I ever got a chance to go out there, it was gone.
But that's still cool that you got to meet everyone and everything. That's friggin' amazing.
And I met Jason Mewes at a couple of shows. So yeah, I feel like I've got a weird, 6 degrees of separation, but it's only like one to the Kevin Smith little world. A big,
That's
huge
so
world.
cool.
It's a huge world.
I would love to meet him and everything. He's retweeted me a couple of times, and that's made my life so
That's
much
awesome.
better. But other than that, I was gonna do a Bluntman and Chronic fan film, and I just fell apart. And he retweeted it and shit, and I'm just like, one day.
Hey,
One
yeah,
day.
absolutely.
Because I don't think anyone's done one before, and I can't copyright it, you fuckers, because it's purpose.
No.
Yeah, so
Yeah, give it a shot. I'll participate.
right. So I mean, I got Andy and Matt are acting in my horror clown movie that stars Luigi, and still working the title for it. It's hilarious. It's a comedy more than it's a horror, but there's horror elements in there. It's a good one. I can't wait for that to
It's
premiere.
haramedy.
It's almost done editing, but anyway, yeah, this has been our little. We're at County Con. I told you guys we got some special guests, some great interviews. We couldn't do all of us together because we're all working. It's on there, but I still got you, everybody. You're gonna still see their Facebook page and everything, their ad, if you will, for the next couple of weeks. Matt and Andy have been great. Matt, thank you.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
And Matt, he's funny, and he makes salsa, and I've drank his salsa before.
He did. Shot
It's-
it right out of the glass.
It was delicious. He's a good cook. And we're glad you met our friends. And now, yes, let's get into the gaming section.
Pass me a controller and grab that beer. It's game time.
Alright, so let's kick off the gaming section. We're going to start it off with a little announcement of Destiny has become free to try to get back some of its users on Xbox and Xbox One. Or Xbox 360 and Xbox One.
Right, and I don't know if it's still happening, but I know just this past week and this weekend, I believe, when we were recording, it's happening still.
To me, it's a shit game. I mean, I got it, I spent a lot of money on it, and I regretted every cent that I spent on it. It was the first game I bought.
That was the game that came with my PlayStation 4. Luigi and I actually played it together, and I'm just like, okay. And after a week or two, I'm just like, what is this fucking garbage?
Right, it's just super repetitive. It's like a repetitive over, better graphics version of Borderlands.
Right, and I don't know, people are like, oh, it's so similar to Halo. It's similar to Halo because fucking Microsoft's behind it. That's about where the line is drawn. Other than that, I mean, there's some cool guns, and there was some cool
I don't
parts.
think it's Microsoft. I think you're thinking of Bungie.
Bungie.
Yeah, Bungie, and they're not Microsoft.
They're still close partners with Microsoft. That's why I got them confused.
Oh, yeah, that's
Bungie and
true.
Microsoft did the Halo and everything, but
Yeah.
they sold it. So it's whatever. See, that's how much I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Most of the stuff that Bungie makes is for Xbox games.
Right. Anyway, there's no Pokemon Go update, but Luigi did finally get the appraisal feature.
Oh my god, that stupid fucking appraisal feature. It is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Hey, at least they did they did find the trading option in the code, so with the next update, we should get trading finally. Hopefully.
So that's more important than me being able to find the Pokemon.
Right, trading and fucking the appraisal feature came before fixing and getting everyone with the new tracking system. But it's okay. I have not played as much. I used to fucking play that nonstop. I don't even care half the time now.
Hey, Pokemon Company, you can go fuck yourself. Sincerely, the G.A.S.E boys.
Right. And yeah, this is more of a themed episode when we get into entertainment. When we get into all the other sections, we're actually going to be in County Con talking
Oh, yeah.
like we just were with our special guests. So, yeah, let's fuck this and let's go into the animated asshole section inside.
Anime. Animated. Assholes? Possibly.
And we are in the anime section. First off, Spider-Gwen is to make her first animated appearance on Ultimate Spider-Man, the TV show on Disney XD.
Oh,
Very
I thought
excited.
I thought they weren't even doing that anymore because
No,
it
they
hasn't
are.
popped up on Netflix lately.
They're still doing it, and Drake Bell from Drake and Josh is still
Voicing it?
voicing Peter Parker, which
Oh,
I
that's
think
good.
he's a great Peter
Oh,
Parker.
yeah.
That's pretty dope. Let's see here. Hold on. Weird Hal is doing Weird Al Yankovic is doing the theme for Milo's Murphy Law, another TV series on Disney XD. Excited because if you don't like Weird Al, I'm gonna hit you in the head with a fucking hammer.
Yeah, that's just.
People say at his funeral, people are like musicians are gonna play the songs he covered on him. So essentially, like, let's say White and Nerdy, like they're actually gonna go in and sing White and Nerdy to another song as a tribute to him, because everyone loves him. If you don't love Weird Al, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
And also, Milo's Murphy Law are from the same creators as Phineas and Ferb, and Phineas and Ferb were awesome.
Oh yeah.
Lots of great crossovers too, even with Marvel Comics and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
I loved it.
Oh, Phineas and Ferb blew my mind, man. When I was younger, it was a good one.
What else you got for anime?
We really don't have a lot for the anime section.
You're trying to wrap up Bleach, right?
Yes, I'm in the process of finishing off the manga, so I can give you guys a basic review of the manga. Hopefully they put the rest of the anime on so everybody else can see how awesome this anime is. They did drag it on a little bit, but...
Right, I don't know if you could tell or not. We're still in the early stages, day 2, well, day 3 technically, but the second main day of selling for County Con. There might be some music in the background we do not condone and we're not using, so we do apologize for that. But, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing Kubo. My daughter wants to see it. It looks really good. But, I mean... I've
been dying to see that one.
Right. But
That's going to be a good one. Oh, and there is a new anime coming out. I think it's by the same creator of Spirited Away, but I thought he retired.
Right.
It's called A Girl Who Leaps Through Time. It's you got to check out the trailer for this one. It's kind of interesting. It brings me back to the days where I used to sit down and watch Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle, all those good ones,
right.
Classics.
But yeah, as the dead, now deceased Kermit the Frog would say, our anime sections, until there's some good anime news, anime sections are done. I mean, keep watching Dragon Ball Super.
Oh yeah, I just got done with the first tournament saga for that one before Black comes in, so
hell yeah! So
I gotta catch up on that.
That is the end of the anime section, and we're gonna kick it off here in a moment with that superhero section.
Yes, you're listening to the superhero section. I killed Miss Piggy and ate her bacon for breakfast.
How's it going? It's the superhero section. We're at County Con, you know, things are starting to pick up. About 30 minutes till opening. Let's kick it off. Let's do it. You know, have you seen the Guardians trailer going around the internet? That is essentially Russia's version of the Avengers.
Oh, yes.
With like a half bear man and everything.
Yes.
It's insane.
That is insane. I kind of want to see it.
I want to see that as well. That like I can't believe that. Like, and the graphics aren't too bad. There's a couple scenes where like the helicopter looks like clay. But like I'm sure it's not done yet.
Right.
It looks fucking great.
Oh, God.
I'm down to see that.
Oh, yes.
I'm like, holy shit. Man. Loki's scenes from Age of Ultron were cut. He was supposed to be in the Thor dream sequence as the leader of Asgard, kind of giving a wink and nod to what he's actually doing without Thor knowing. Because Thor, as of yet in the Marvel Universe, Thor does not know Loki is actually pretending to be Anthony Hopkins. We won't find out more about that until Thor Ragnarok comes out very soon here.
Oh,
so
really?
that was supposed to do a nod to that, but they totally cut it. I didn't really read into the reasonings. I guess they just didn't want to just throw someone in just to throw them in. They wanted it to be more meaningful.
At least they're not making the same boneheaded mistake as DC right now. I'm just saying. That's good.
Vampire Diaries' Todd Lasence reported to be playing Sevatar in The Flash Season 3. A couple podcasts back, we brought up that he was going to be the new Speedster villain, which is a different Speedster villain than any other one we've seen before. He's definitely way more evil, and he has more power. Different powers as well, but yes, so Vampire Diaries is coming to a close, so CW likes to try to hook up some of their former stars in other roles, and I think he'd be a good fit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, again, I'm not a big fan of Vampire Diaries, but I would like to see him continue on the CW, especially in The Flash, which is very popular.
Yeah.
And, yeah. That's about it.
Yeah, not a lot of entertainment news.
Superhero news.
There's superhero news.
Luigi's been on a spiritual journey ever since the death of Kermit. And you buried him, right?
Sure.
What do you mean, sure? Did you forget to bury him? Because, dude,
Forget's a strong word.
when we left the studio this morning on the way to County Con Day 2, his body was not in there. So if you forgot to take his body and bury it, What does that mean?
Well, it's in a safe place. My freezer is safe, right?
You put his body in the freezer? You do know the only way to truly kill a puppet is to kill it and then bury it, right? Like a Ouija board? Oh, God.
What?
No, you know what? He's dead. He's in your freezer. He's dead. Fuck it. Forget it.
I don't think you'd be moving around much in there.
Let's just get on with the entertainment section so we can get back to CountyCon. And we'll do a little recap at the end of the day, kind of like our current convention. Even though we're not doing current conventions, we're still going to give us a nice little convention recap at the end.
Mark 2, Warp 7, entertainment, engage.
Okay, so Fuller House is recasting one of DJ's ex-boyfriends and rivals from the original series for the new Fuller House series on Netflix. Instead of bringing back the original actors, they're recasting. A lot of people are crying over it. I don't even remember these characters. One of the boys she dated, besides the main one that's already on the show, and then it was Steve, and then it was her rival. I forgot her fucking name. I don't really care. I don't remember her from the original show. But yeah, they're recasting it. Hey, sometimes child stars, most of them, they get some of that white stuff from Tommy the Puppet, and most of them die. They pull a Brittany Murphy on us. You never know.
Yeah. You never know.
The Departed TV series will be set in Chicago instead of Boston. They're doing a TV version of the great Martin Scorsese film The Departed, and it's gonna be in Chicago. So now, you can't bury him in the fucking mosh. You gotta put him in the fucking bean. You just put the body in the giant, you cut a hole in the top, throw it in there, and eventually it'll stink, but no one will know there's a body in there. When are they gonna dump bodies? It's weird. But I love Chicago, so why not? I mean, it was perfect for Boston. That was why it was made, but whatevers. An Australian restaurant has Pokemon-looking burgers, okay? It's not just like color-themed. They're fucking hamburgers. Look like Pikachu and Squirtle.
What?
Like the faces are on them, the colors, the meats are fucking on there specifically to match the colors, and they look amazing.
And are they making these around here?
Australia.
Like, can I get these?
Australia.
Oh, fuck that.
Australia.
Why?
That's very far away.
Why?
All the best stuff is out of country.
All of it. I want these things like at home.
A man was convicted of child cruelty for showing his child Night of the Living Dead.
What?
The fuck? It happened. I guess the kid went to school the next day terrified, and they called on him, and he got arrested. Like, I put this in here because this is definitely fucking entertaining. How are you gonna show like the first real good dead coming back to life? Not white zombie fucking like people being possessed and it's the dead. I mean like real fucking zombie like coming out of the ground. The first George Romero film, Night of the Living Dead. How in the fuck are you gonna get child cruelty for showing a kid that? I've shown my 2-year-old daughter that and she loves zombie movies. What the fuck? Oh man.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Snatch TV series, the TV series based on the film Snatch, has picked up Rupert Grint. That old Ron Weasley ginger fuck himself.
Really?
Is gonna be on Snatch.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes. A terminally ill fan got to see Rogue One early. 2 days later, he passed away.
Oh, at least you got to see it.
Right. So bravo, sir. Rest in peace. And I'm glad you didn't spoil Rogue One. Because if I was going to die, I would see it and then be like, fucking Luke's is fucking Rey's dad and brother. No, but seriously, Godspeed, sir.
Nice.
Big Lebowski may not have a sequel, but John Turturro is back playing his character from The Big Lebowski in his own film. Finally, after years of speculating on a sequel to The Big Lebowski and all this other shit, John finally said, fuck it, he got permission. He is directing and starring in his own film based on his character for the movie.
Oh, cool.
And it's actually going to be more serious than comedic, but there's still going to be comedic tones in it. But it's still going to be more serious than anything. So, still, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, Big Lebowski is one of the cult comedy classics of all time. So just seeing the character again makes me happy. Jesus H. Fuck Christ. They are making a Britney Spears Lifetime original movie. I hope they better include the part where
That makes me want to bash my face in.
They better include the part where she shaves her head and goes cuckoo.
Oh, yeah.
Cuckoo. They better fucking put that in there.
Didn't she, like, drop her baby in the middle of, like, a gas
Like
station?
fucking Family Guy. She, like, pushed in the kid's soft spot to ash her cigarette.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
She was so terrible for, like, 3 years. It went on. Just, like, fucking...
Now we're just forgetting that she was a psychopath. But yeah, so here, let's give her a Lifetime Original Movie Network fucking special. Stupid fucking idiots. I wish Kermit was here. He would say something stupid. He'd be funny. But most of the time, Kermit's just a punk bitch. The long-rumored prequel to the Ring movies, called Rings, is actually a sequel set 15 years later, real time, called Rings. And it is about Samara going viral, of course. She is... I mean, the fucking trailer is terrifying. Not as terrifying as the Blair Witch 2. Well, it's the third Blair Witch movie, but it's the direct sequel to the first one, so I'm calling it the 2. It's just called Blair Witch. But anyway, back to the fucking topic. It's Rings is... the tape gets uploaded online, and then you find out there's another tape within the tape, and it gets really fucking stupid, but it looks scary. But it is a sequel, it is not a prequel, unless they're just saying it's a sequel to not spoil the fact it's a prequel, and towards the end of the movie they'll have the girl from the first two come in. I don't fucking know. But this is the part that pisses me off, because since Paranormal Activity is done for now, just like Saw was done, but Saw's coming back, I'm a little pissed off, because they're trying to give it a sequel every year now for a couple of years to make it as big as the Paranormal Activity. So the fucking nobility and the fucking awesomeness of the first two, especially the first one, they're going to just shit on it by releasing a third one and then next year a fourth one. They're going to fucking go the way of Saw and just run the franchise into the fucking ground.
That's ridiculous. Why do they keep doing shit like this?
I don't know, man.
That makes no fucking sense.
Fuck shit. Yeah, it makes no fucking sense.
None whatsoever, man.
It makes no sense at all. No sense at all.
No, none.
And I just can't. I don't know. I can't picture this movie like going on for years and years and years and years. No one likes. Like I can't. I don't know. And then you know. Anyway.
You're gonna put fart sounds in there, so it's just gonna sound like you have really bad gas now, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
You're leaving that in too.
Right. Do you want me to bleep out his name? No, fuck it. Fuck him.
No, I was like, because now that's gonna be funny. That now that I mentioned that you're doing it, and now
the bleeps.
Yeah, the bleeps.
Is fuck you. No one likes you. You're such a bitch. Fuck bitch.
All right.
Anyway,
get it out of your system?
Yes.
Okay.
And finally, to end our podcast for the day, well, to end the entertainment section before we do our little final thoughts on the County Con, there's a new documentary coming out trying to prove how the Star Wars prequels are good. I love the Star Wars prequels. Every single Star Wars movie has its faults. And I'm a giant fanboy, and I grew up with the originals and everything. I love the prequels too. So I'm looking forward to see this, because maybe some of the fans will back the fuck down.
Yeah. I mean, it'll give us a broader spectrum of the knowledge of what actually happened during these.
Right.
So.
But yeah, that's it. I mean, it's a decent, not a big podcast, not a small podcast. You got to meet some special guests. We're filling you on County Con coming up right now, and then we're gonna end the show. So hope you enjoy the entertainment section. Let's do our little recap of your feet are tired because you're walking around all fucking day. It's not a current convention, you fucking piece of shit. We're just going to go into a recap of a convention that we've been recording our podcast at. I'm going to be honest. I guess it's the third year running. It's starting to get bigger. It's starting to grow. That's cool. It's not the worst con I've been to, but it's definitely not the best convention I've been to. Simple as that. Like I said, we're exaggerated characters of ourselves. We're just joking. We love the staff. It was fucking awesome at County Con.
Yes.
Most of the vendors and artists we knew from Mighty Con. That was fucking cool. just not a lot of foot traffic through the door. And I think if they keep going with it, they eventually will get some good foot traffic. Not a problem.
Yeah. I think it's a good up and coming con, like, to get bigger, but
oh, why are you here? No one fucking likes you. You're fucking bitch changing. Oh yeah, you're such. Oh, the person we're talking about's name starts with a. His name is. He's a fuck. He'll try to skin you alive as a ghost, and we can't have that. You'll be to roast. Oh, we fucking hate you. Why are you? But anyway, the con was it was really fun. We had some fun. I picked up a couple new mythical Pokemon that we will be unboxing in future episodes of G.A.S.E. I got a exclusive, really nice Pikachu card. I got my daughter some Pokemon toys, and I got a really nice comic issue 0 of a fucking series I'm trying to get. It's been good. Have you picked up anything?
Yeah, I picked up a Gundam.
From Formula 51 himself, the guy we had the interview on earlier.
Yes.
Andy, good job.
Got a great collection. Great collection. You don't see them that often nowadays, the models.
We haven't seen any Gundams at any Mighty Cons.
No, not a single one.
So it's good to see them at a local convention like this. It was amazing.
Right, and he's been selling a lot of them. I would say
that is the best thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of good shit at this con. A lot of Pokemon. Yeah. There's a lot of Dragon Ball Z.
I still haven't taken a look around yet.
It's the same guy from Mighty Con, Old Toys with the big Dragon Ball collection. So I mean, it's cool. Like I said, we love County Con. It's just it's not grown just yet.
Right.
Just being brutally honest. Keep doing it, guys. If you hear it, keep going. If you don't hear it, you probably won't anyway. But whatever.
Yeah. Don't think that we're saying that this is a bad con at all. Just
we're assholes.
Yeah.
I'm a hyper version of myself right now.
Go check it out for yourselves. I'm having
lots of great
fun.
Special guests.
Yes.
We had Jeff Balke, Frank Fosco. Oh my God! Yesterday, the day one, they had fucking the guy who wrote the Thrawn trilogy, the fucking books of Star Wars, Timothy Zahn. So I met him and shook his hand. I almost fucking cried. So it's been pretty epic.
They've even got the Impala
Supernatural Impala. I sat in it. I held the props. Vendors got free pictures, and we got permission in the future if we ever need to use it. We pay a hotel room and give them some gas money. We can use their fucking fully. Even they have the little army man in the back fucking ashtray of the car. Like it's fully decked out. It's one of the original cars from the early seasons. Plus they had to fix it up a little bit. But I mean, it's fucking screen accurate. It's so awesome. So, you know what? This might be one of the best cons we go to, just for the fact Timothy Zahn was here and the Impala was here.
I mean, they do have really good special guests, which I do really like. So,
right.
I mean, like I said before, come out, check it out, see how it is. I mean, it's getting there.
And it's almost time for the convention to open, so we're done. We're going to end our podcast, man. We've had some fun. It's not our normal podcast, you know. No unboxing with Tommy the Puppet. I assure you, next week there'll be a brand new unboxing because we got some new stuff to unbox.
Oh yeah.
We got some more stuff on the way as well. You know, it's been a good one. And we might be eating some frog legs on the next episode. The next coming weekend, we're going to film the finale of Flame On Season 2, even though Season 1's finale is not out yet. Yeah. We're getting stuff done out of the way. I got another kid on the way, man. It's going to be a good one. But anyway, it's been Randy Lee Beasley.
And Luigi Bonanno.
Fuck you. Have a good day. Take it away, Darren.
You've been listening to G.A.S.E Radio.